In the news this week,
Irina reports on LGBT History Month.
Alex will be talking to the American football team about Varsity.
And we have a look at what KTV Sport will be getting up to in a few weeks.
I'm Owen Gallagher.
And I'm Kathy Plumridge, and this is KTV News.
LGBT History Month started and there's loads going on campus. Here's Irina with a special report.
Hello, I'm Irina Gnyasheva and this is KTV News. February is the Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual and Transsexual History Month in the United Kingdom. Among this month, here at the University of Kent, LGBT Society provides a number of different events, one of which is Wrap It Up. For this event, LGBT Society provides health sexual tests for students and offers contraception. So students who are concerned about their sexual health could come here to Plaza and participate. Today I'm here with the CJ Des Moines. Hello, a famous actor who is giving today a lecture among the events organized by LGBT History Month in the University of Kent. How your sexual orientation affected your career? Did it affect it in any way?
I've been very lucky. All the careers I've had would be modelling or within theatre and TV, so I've personally never had any problems being gay in my professional life. Now obviously in personal environments with individuals who have a problem with people being gay, of course there are difficulties. But for myself, all the work I've done, all my professional time in theatre, in television, wherever I've been very lucky. I think I'm in a bit of a rarefied atmosphere, so I can't really comment on that because I know so many people do have difficulties and in a whole range of jobs, but I've just been very lucky.
And what could you tell to the people studying in the University of Kent who know that they don't have the traditional sexual orientation and they want to come out?
The official figures in Britain are that between 5 and 6% of people are gay, and I think that is absolute rubbish. If we're going to be honest, I would say it's about 11 or 12%, double that. But the problem is people, even now, in a country like Britain, in the 21st century, where we have marriage equality, are still very concerned about coming out. I think one of the problems is they view other people having expectations of what gay people should be like. You have to be a bit camp if you're a man, or you're a bit butch if you're a woman. All I would say is, if you're gay, or if you have any non-traditional sexual orientation, as they're phrased, just come out. People, especially in an open, tolerant, intelligent environment like a university, are going to be perfectly accepting. As long as you're a nice person, don't put on any affectations, don't be what you think other people want you to be. Just be yourself. People accept you, people will love you, and people will just be your friend.
And why did you decide to participate in this, to give this lecture in the University of Kent?
It's now 2015. Less than 50 years ago, in 1967, as a response to the Wolfenden Report in 1957, it took 10 years, but homosexuality was decriminalised in the UK. Less than 50 years later, we have full marriage equality. That is an absolutely incredible journey and a wonderful turnaround. But there are still less than 20 countries in the world that have marriage equality. Homosexuality is still punishable in a lot of countries, and including some by death. And a lot of countries, including in the Middle East and in Africa, are actually digressing and going backwards and trying to criminalise homosexuality even further. I think for gay people and everybody in the modern society, it's important to realise where we've come from. The Stonewall riots in New York in 1969 were a watershed, and that was, I think, the starting point for the gay rights movement, as it's called in the US. And here we are in 2015, and 37 of the 50 states in the US now have marriage equality. They've struck down the bans against marriage equality. I think it's important to know where we've come from. There is a long history, and it's not just LGBT History Month. It's about the whole history of humankind. It's not gay rights, it's human rights.
Thank you very much. Well, it's been Irina Gnyasheva, KTV News.
Thanks, Irina. Don't forget, if you haven't been to any already, there are events running until the end of the month, ending with the LGBT ceremony and after party on Friday, the 27th of February.
As you all probably know by now, Varsity is on its way. Earlier today, we caught up with Tom from KTV Sport to find out more.
Now, Tom, could you tell us a bit about what KTV Sports does?
Yeah, essentially a similar way that KTV News is a part of KTV that specialises in news. We specialise in sport. Film a few different of the sports societies. We did one in badminton, for example, just to kind of show what the badminton team's all about, you know, and basically anything that's sport related on campus is something that we'll be filming.
Now, obviously, varsity is a major thing at the moment, so could you tell us a bit about that as well?
Yeah, well, varsity is one of the biggest events on campus generally, and obviously it's the biggest event for sport as well. So we're going to be filming as many events as possible throughout the week. We're going to try and get a mix of boys and girls sports, or men and women's. We're also going to get a mix of some of the more obscure sports as well as some of the more popular ones.
And what kind of obscure sports do we have in Kent?
I can give you a list. We're obviously doing like the rugby, that's generally the biggest event, and the football. And we have snow sports, hopefully we'll be filming that this year. And then also there is women's lacrosse and men's hockey as well.
Yeah, and so there's a big kind of rivalry at the moment with Christchurch. Could you tell us a bit about that? Or?
Yeah, well, from KTV Sport's point of view, we're trying to remain as impartial as possible.
Exactly, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's obviously, it's always good to have a bit of a rivalry. Yeah. I think it kind of adds something to it. It makes it a bit more exciting, a bit of competition, and you know, the chanting at the rugby, it's always good fun, I think. Yeah. So.
And how can people like get involved in Varsity? Do you know any dates for us?
Yeah, sure. We'll be filming, like I say, throughout the week, and then we'll be doing a live show on the Thursday, which is the 5th of March. Anyone that wants to get involved just needs to be a member of KTV, and there's a Facebook page for a crew of Varsity that's listed on the KTV Facebook page as well. So anyone that's interested, not really an experience is needed. We need camera operators, editors, presenters, you know, you name it. So.
Okay, well, thank you, Tom.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks for having me.
So I am here with Callum Gent, Cedric Shabonna, the team captain, and Sonny Cohen. Guys, thank you very much for coming here.
No problem.
So Varsity is coming up. How do you feel like training has been going on?
So far, training has picked up a bit. It's been a bit more intense because not just for Varsity, but for the other games as well. Varsity is it's always been there in the background as a focus. On the intense side, it's just everyone's getting faster, we're getting stronger, and we're just ready, to be honest.
How do you feel that it's been going on?
Yeah, like Cedric said, it's a lot more intense than we've been before. We are always ready to play no matter what comes, and as he said, we have other games. We have a divisional game coming up on Sunday, decides whether we go to the playoffs or not. But also Varsity is a big contributing factor. We don't like losing Varsity. I don't think we've ever lost Varsity before. And as he said, we don't want to start now.
So since Varsity is just around the corner, has there been more pressure building up within the team?
We went up against Christchurch early in the season. We did quite well, and I remember the pressure that came up before that game was interesting. You know, everyone got more pumped up for it. But for this game, I think it's another step up. We realise it's Varsity. We realise that we're ready to prove that we're the better team. We have to bring that to the field, and that's what we're doing in training.
It's not just that as well. There's a lot more to it. It's about legacy now as well. Since our Falcons team has never lost to the CCU team in its existence. And I think it's been 19 years since Varsity or something. And Kent's won every year. Yeah, we intend to keep that going. We don't want to be the first. We don't want to be in the first Varsity team that lost, basically.
As team captain, do you feel like there's more pressure on you?
Well, the captaincy is shared between 3 people. So if there is pressure, it's between us 3. But we don't really see it as pressure. We more see it as a fire, pump.
Okay. And for those who are watching and are thinking of joining up, what will people get out of being an American footballer?
I think one of the main things is camaraderie. We all come together every week. We work together as a team, and even though the team's split in 2 between offense and defense, everyone seems to be good friends. I consider Cedric one of my closest teammates, even though he's an offensive player and I play on defense. It's pretty much all round. You're always in so much contact with 50 other people. It is so easy to get along with everyone. We seem to be intense in training, but we also understand that we have to help each other through when times get a little bit more tough.
In that sense as well, there's the whole sense of excitement of a new sport. Because when people watch American football, they just think, it's just a whole lot of people in pads just hitting each other. It's a lot more than that. It's tactical. It's smart, and it opens your eyes to sport in such a different way, and it's fun.
And finally, last question. How confident are you that the University of Kent is going to win Varsity this year?
I think the last says it all. Yeah, I'm very confident.
Thanks. Excellent. All right. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
No problem.
You said there was a game on Sunday, isn't there?
Yeah, a division decider. If we win, we will be the first Falcons team to win our division.
Excellent.
And we'll get to the playoffs, hopefully bring back some silverware to Kent.
What time will that be at?
It's at 1 p.m. Sunday, Parkwood Pitches.
Excellent. All right. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Varsity starts on the 28th of February and ends on 4th of March. For more details, check out the Kent Union website.
Now it's time for the weather. Over to you, Charlie.
Today the weather will be mostly cloudy with some rainy showers. Over the weekend, things will brighten up, and going into next week, you're looking at mostly bright spells with some showers, except on Thursday when it will rain. I've been Charlie Gardner, and this is KTV News.
Thanks, Charlie.
That's all from us now. For more news, check out Inquire, which is available across campus and online at inquirelive.co.uk.
Also, for all you radio listeners, CSR FM broadcasts news updates throughout the day.
We'll be back with more news soon.
I've been Owen Gallagher.
And I've been Kathy Plumridge. Thank you for watching KTV News.